Back when I lived in the country, and I guess to a big extent nowadays, my wife either has unbelievable confidence in me or she knows how to goad me into trying to fix something. But as I've said 1,000 times before, we've had a plumbing problem or something, especially out in the country where a lot of stuff can go wrong. She's like, all you got to do is, get your little wrench on. And as I've said quite a bit, a few hours later and 6 or 7 trips to the plumbing store, I'm wet and soaked, deflated, and phoning a friend and trying to fix it. So it's never as easy as it looks. It's never all you got to do. But if you think about it, all you got to do is plan your trade and trade your plan. I know, easier said than done. But I wanted to show you this. So with TFPM, let's say you had a 100K account and you bought however many shares that was. I think it was 700 shares. Yeah, 700 shares. So within a few days, you're doing okay. You're up 444. That's not too bad. Better than poking the eye, right? But then look what happens. You're down $1,630. Now, I don't want to ask my clients, but I'm willing to bet that some of my clients said F this, okay? And I said F this too. I just didn't exit the position, although I wanted to, especially because I had this in more than one account, and I did have more than 700 shares in another account. And it was a big, fat, ugly red number to look at, but stop wouldn't hit. So I have to follow it. And this has actually been good for me. And that's one thing I've encouraged this aforementioned gentleman to do. He's been posting his trading and the things he's following and his money management and so on and so forth in the Facebook group. And I think that it really helps you to flesh it out when you go public, so to speak, with what you're doing. And so the old me years ago, I guess 20 years ago, before I had a trading service or whatever, I guarantee I would have bailed out on that position. But now it's like I feel like I'm stuck with it, right? Because I'm not stopped out. I'm stuck following my plan because I made that declaration. So I made that declaration. Here's my declaration. We're going to get into here and stop out here, and we're going to follow the plan no matter what. Easy, huh? Well, easier said than done. Anyway, you can see that the equity swing, and this is like the hokey pokey. This is what momentum trading is all about, is being able to ride out these swings, not throwing caution to the wind, okay? If you have a plan that says stay with it, then you have to stay with it. And I know it's easier. I sound like Bill Clinton. I know I did not have sex with that woman, Ms. Lewinsky. I know Dave Chappelle does a good skit on that. But anyway, with this momentum trading, it's going to be volatile, and you're going to have to ride out the zigs and the zags, and you're going to have to make a plan. And if you're getting stopped out a lot, then you need to look back to two things. One, are your stops too tight? And two, is your stock selection really good? And I would have a lot more clients, and here's another one of those beating the dead horse things. I would have a lot more clients if I showed a lot more recommendations in my trading service, but I won't do that because I know if I showed a lot more, they probably wouldn't work unless conditions are really, really good. And I'm just super selective with everything to, sometimes my clients say to a fault, and that's why I'm throwing out ancillary ideas, and that's why I publish a Landry list every day, a list of potential stocks so they could do what they want. But the official recommendations, I'm very, very selective with that. And obviously some of these turn into losers. I think we had 3 losers in a row. My clients often remind me of that when they have losers. So thank you for that. And, while we're on Bill Clinton, I feel your pain in more ways than one. Anyway, any questions on all that? We'll shift gears and move on. And I know it's hard for a lot of you guys, especially since I went back to days to watch the shows live. So just type a comment down below if you want me to answer something.